This is a post-match press conference for the 2016 Division III Women's Volleyball Championship at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Joining us now is Southwestern University, which just completed its quarterfinal match. The Pirates advance to the semifinals at 7:30 p.m. Central tomorrow against the winner of the University of Mary Washington and Washington University in St. Louis. From left to right are Jamison Duck, Don Flora, and Piper Sizemore. Coach, if you could start with opening comments, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, I think, there's a few people out there probably watching this that watched that match and know that we didn't play our A game, but I think we also have to give a ton of credit to a really scrappy and wonderful Tufts team. They dug more balls than I've seen them dig on any other film I've watched, and so you give them a ton of credit for that. I think sometimes, people say, Tiger Woods, if I didn't have my A game, I still won, right? But if you don't have your A game, you're going to get sent home. And I'm just going to say we got a little bit lucky, and that's a ton of credit to Tufts. But I do like the fact that the way we responded to each other, because there was a sense we started to squirm a little bit, but how we responded to one another and stuck to our guns about what this team has been about. And we didn't shy away from challenging each other to communicate volleyball specific and volleyball the way we want to be Southwestern volleyball. So real proud of that from this team tonight.
And any questions?
Jamison, tonight you led the team in digs and kills, and overall in the postseason you've just been really, really strong offensively. Can you talk a little bit about what has helped you to step it up another notch in the postseason?
I think it was just time to step it up, and we have a new setter coming in, Sydney, that hasn't set all season. I think it's good to get a little different rhythm on the ball, and it's really helped a lot.
And Piper, you guys fought back in almost every set tonight. Talk a little bit about the resilience that this team has shown throughout the postseason, especially, and just that never say die attitude that you guys have.
Yeah, I think that when we don't play as individuals, we play as a team, and I think that really helps us to push through in the end.
Can you maybe talk a little bit about this being, I think, your 10th five-set match this season, and whether that played a role in you being able to...
Yeah, I think we're starting to enjoy five-setters, and I'm not real happy about that. So we've had multiple five-setters where we've been down 0-2 and given ourselves a chance. And those two, we lost 15-12 in the fifth, but gave ourselves a chance 10-all in both of those. So, you look at our five-setters, we've really found a way to find the thing that's working for us and what we can keep pressure on the other team, but also just trusting one another. Last weekend we were up late in set 4 and should have finished in 4 and didn't, and we had to win a five-setter and against an excellent UTD team, UT Dallas team, to get here. And so I think there's something to that, but I think the idea of winning in less than 5 would be nice. And I think just real quick, you asked some questions about sort of our rhythm. This is really only the 4th match we've gone with this lineup. And so there's still now there's expectations, and there's, I'm supposed to do this. And so, we're still just kind of coming into our own into a whole new lineup when you have an injury that you got to go through. Everybody's got to fix some things and adapt and grow, and we're continuing to grow, and I think they're willing to grow, and that's the beauty of it, to see that sense that they're willing to accept the new role and say, I'll step up and do that. So that's something to be proud of from our staff.
Maybe just to wrap it up, talk about the comfort level of the players playing in five-set matches.
Yeah, I think it really shows how great of a team we are, that we can come together in the 5th set when it's all against the wall, and we just pull it together every time. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think that Coach Flora is right. We like to play the five-setters, but I think that we're really good at sticking together as a team, and that is what gets it done.
Anyone else?
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about serving. This was a match. Obviously 5 sets and forever and ever and ever, and just were you doing what you were trying to do with serving? Were you putting the pressure on that you wanted to put on?
It's a really good question, because last weekend we really felt like in our semifinal and final we kept our opponents off the net much better. We've been a really good serve and pass team, and tonight was one of our most limited receiving nights. And then I thought serving, we didn't hit our spots early we had three, in that first set, we had 3 errors that were not aggressive errors, not the way we wanted to go about it. I think later we got a little bit better at picking some sides of the court, and especially on Jamison's deep serve, but I really don't feel like, and we have not gotten as comfortable recently. This taking 3-4 days off of practice has been hard to not get as many reps there, so our short serving idea and concepts weren't not in place. So you hope some of those pieces can come together.
Southwestern University, thank you.
Thank you. Go Pirates.
This is a post-match press conference for the 2016 Division III Women's Volleyball Championship at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Joining us now is Tufts University, which just completed its quarterfinal match. From left to right are Elizabeth Ahrens, Cora Thompson, and Bridget Bell. Coach, if you could start out with some opening comments before we take questions.
Sure. I mean, first of all, a lot of credit to Southwestern. They played an incredible match, and it was a battle both ways, and congrats over there. So best of luck to them going forward. Obviously, it wasn't the outcome that we had hoped for or wanted, but I'm incredibly proud of our team. And, to go down two sets in the beginning there and battle back and force it to a fifth and be that close is heartbreaking, but at the same time, very impressive for this young group, and our seniors and have done such a great job, and just really proud of our overall efforts. And yes, looking at these stats, I mean, you have 116 digs on both sides. It was an incredible defensive battle. We knew that's what it was going to be, and it was going to come down to ball control and execution, and certainly that's what happened. But a lot of credit to them. They played well.
Questions?
Yeah, Cora, talk a little bit. I mean, you guys didn't have a serving error in the last 3 sets. I don't know if I've ever seen a college team do that. So what were you doing? Was that a tactical thing? Were you backing off? You had 3 service aces? I mean, were they hitting the spots? Were you just letting them go free range?
Yeah. Definitely not free range. No. We do have 7 freshmen. No, I mean, honestly, I think we were just in the zone, to be honest. We weren't telling them not to miss. We were telling them what spots to hit. We coach in a positive direction of not what not to do, but what we wanted them to do. And quite honestly, I told them in the locker room just now, I was really incredibly proud of them for sticking to our game plan, serving the targets that we wanted them to hit. And like I said, I mean, defensively, I think we just stayed really focused on bettering the ball every opportunity we got. And I think they did a great job of that. And yes, I mean, against a team like that and at this stage in the game, no matter who you're playing, I mean, limiting unforced errors is the name of it, really. And so I was really proud of them for that. It was just going out there and executing every single opportunity that they had. So I was really proud of them. But.
Okay, and so then you had the middle injury and stuff. And so how did your team deal with that and adjust to that?
Absolutely. I mean, there's no question that Mackenzie Human has been huge for us all year as a senior middle opposite. I mean, these two they've been the towers in the middle that have just really kind of owned it and really allowed us to open up some other parts of our game because of their presence there, both blocking offensively and defensively, really. So yeah, that was a really hard loss, but I couldn't be more proud of our team's mentality and Heather Holtz, who's a freshman who's played 11 sets out of the last 140 something and comes in and had a great game. She had a great game. So I think our team didn't panic, and that's the way we've been talking about it all year, is that we're going to mix up our lineups. People are going to be asked to step up in different roles at different times throughout the whole season. And it was just another opportunity for us to test ourselves and our depth and see, has practice really truly paid off. And I thought Holtzy did a great job. I mean, the composure she showed out there as a rookie with very limited playing time this year, coming off the bench and stepping into Human's shoes, it was huge. It was huge, and I was incredibly proud of her. And I was proud of the team for not worrying about it and just, hey, here's our middle, let's go. And it was great. So I was really proud of them. I mean, to get that far with a middle that hasn't played all season, just really proud of her.
So Elizabeth, what's it like to play volleyball at Tufts?
Okay. I guess it's been one of the greatest honors of my life. We have a really wonderful program with a coaching staff that supports us physically, emotionally, mentally. The reason I came to Tufts is because I knew that Coach Thompson and her coaching staff wanted me there as a person and not just as a player. And that's how I felt every single day in practice, on and off the court, in the locker room, in the gym, in the weight room. We're a family, and it's been an incredible experience.
And I think just a general statement, On the season overall, you went undefeated in the NESCAC, made it all the way to regionals with such a young team. Can you just talk about your season as a whole?
Sure. I mean, and what we just said in the locker room, I'm incredibly proud of this group. Yes, with 7, whether it's 7 rookies or transfers, just anytime you have 7 new players and 8 returners, it's going to be a challenge of how quickly can we gel and do what we need to do to be successful on the court. I give a lot of credit to our captains, E and Alex Garrett, number 5, who was out there. They've just been phenomenal. I mean, they set the tone early. They made sure that our new players were comfortable and were able to understand our systems as quickly as possible, because there really isn't, especially in our conference with a little bit of a world here, we don't have a lot of time, and we really do hit the ground running, and there's a lot of trial by fire and learning out there. And I told them that they've done such a great job of keeping this team steady, both emotionally and physically. It was going to be quite a challenge, but it's been great. And honestly, we've had a lot of rookies out there a lot throughout the course of the year, and I just couldn't be more proud of their efforts too. And they haven't played with fear, and I give credit to the captains for instilling that confidence in them out of the gates. They wouldn't be here if they weren't the great players that they are with the potential that they have. So I mean, I'm really just trying to make sure that everybody stays up and stays confident has been our goal the whole time. And it's not easy. The NESCAC's incredibly competitive conference. So, I mean, would I have said I saw that coming? Probably not. But again, we've just taken it point by point, and I think that's the way we've managed this group all year, is just take it point at a time. So even in that 5th set, I felt like we were completely grounded. There was no panic. We were just playing that point, that ball. And the outcome was going to be the outcome. If we gave it our best, then the outcome's the outcome. So.
And for Bridget, likewise, you know nothing but winning every single NESCAC match. You know nothing but getting to regionals. Can you reflect on your rookie season?
It's been an incredible experience. Like Coach kind of already said, the seniors and the captains have done an incredible job of including the rookies in the freshman class in pretty much everything we do. We stepped into preseason ready to take on the NESCAC, and I think we set our sights high and we never looked back. And I think that's something that was cultivated before we got here, and a legacy that's going to be left hopefully after the freshman class leaves.
You're not leaving that soon, though.
No.
I need that freshman class. That's half the team.
Could you talk a little bit about the future of your program moving forward, especially with such a young team and a lot of rookies moving forward, to the players as well as you coach?
Sure. I mean, it's incredibly exciting. And again, it's like a lot of credit to our returning players and our captains for really making sure that this young core understands what we're all about, our values, our goals, our visions, all that. So they've really done a great job of building that base. And yeah, at any given point, I looked up and there was one point I didn't turn to Kelly, my assistant. I'm like, we've got 4 freshmen and 2 sophomores out there. But they were great. They were balanced. They handled it. So yeah, the future is incredibly bright. And I'm excited for them, and to have this experience and to have a season like this just shows them what they are capable of if they can keep themselves composed physically and mentally. So I'm so honored to be the coach of this program, to be able to coach these girls and be involved in this journey that is theirs. And I always say that I get to be here, hopefully, AD forgiving, I get to be here forever as a coach, and they have 4 years, 1 season. It's such an honor to be in this position, and I'm just so lucky that I got to share this with them this year as well. And I'm proud of them. I'm absolutely 100% proud of this group, and I'm excited. The future does look bright. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Coach said a lot. I'm really excited about our freshman class, and the sophomores have done a great job. And I think that we have a bright future if we work hard in the off season, and I think we'll be back hopefully. So,
Hope so.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay, the Jumbos conclude their season with a 27-4 record. Thank you, Tufts University.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.